Hello there. Today, I would like to share with you some of the top websites that I go to help me create social media posts. So these are Canva, Goodreads, ChatGPT, Yay Text, Get Emoji, and Pixabay. And I will walk you through exactly how I use all of these to create a social media post. Okay, so here I am on Canva, and I would like to go ahead and create a post by starting with a template. So just go over to create a design, and then I like to use Instagram post square, so it's 1080 by 1080 pixels. And the reason why I like to use this is because if you create a square, then you can post it on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and probably some others that I don't commonly use. If you create a horizontal graphic for your post, it can work on Facebook and LinkedIn and possibly Pinterest, although they have some restrictions on the resolution of your image. But if you post a horizontal image on Instagram, you're either going to be cropping off the sides or you're going to be having gaps on the top and bottom. So it's not going to look right. So that's why I like to use the square, because you can use it more universally across multiple social media platforms. So you're only creating one graphic instead of having to create all these different dimensions of graphics. So that just simplifies things a lot. Next, I'm going to go over to the left-hand column here at the top. It's on design, and then type in whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and put in quote. I'm going to see some of the templates that I can start out with that are already created. So there's very little that I have to do. Let's try that one. And if you like a couple of them, you can just add a page, go back, try that one, add a page, go back. There was one more here that I really liked. I like this one. Okay, so that's an actual graphic. Okay, but that was a blur square. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the templates that I'm choosing to start out with. Maybe I'll do one more here. I like that one too. Boom. Boy, there's so many good ones here. You really just have to go through, where did it go? That one. There we go. So you really just have to go through the templates that Canva has to offer. And it might be good enough that you just go in and add your own text here and boom, you're done. You know, you don't have to overcomplicate things. But I'm going to go ahead and show you all of these elements put together in a very customized post, just so I could walk you through all of these different websites that I like to use. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and you can go to the three dots in the corner and go duplicate. So now I have the original here, and I'm going to work with this one, and you can move these pages around if you want. So I'm going to go back to this one, and it'll all come together in a minute. Okay, so next I'm going to go to Goodreads, and particularly goodreads.com/quotes. And then it says popular quotes, find quotes by keyword or author. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the word keyword success, search, and see what it comes up with. That's interesting. Let's try it again. That's really weird. Success is not one of their key. Oh, here it is. Success quotes. There we go. For some reason that wasn't popping up. Here we go. Success quotes. Okay. I like that one. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. I like that one, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that one. I just highlight the text. Control C for copy. Come back over here. And oops, paste that in. It obviously takes up a lot more space than the original quote, so I'm going to cut that off. And maybe make this box a little bit bigger. Move this up. You could just grab any element on here, by the way, and just move it around. It just highlights a little pink box around it and you know you've selected it. And now I'm going to go down here and go Control V, Winston Churchill. Okay. So now, one of the things I like to do sometimes is I like to add emojis. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in and I'm going to search for a rocket. Rocket is kind of like a symbol for success sometimes. Go ahead and search. Come on. There we go. Okay. Took it a minute. And then you click on the one that you want, just click copy. And now I can come back over here to Canva and I'm going to just put that rocket right there. Success. There we go. Okay, so there's my emoji. And now I can go over to Pixabay, which is free images that you can use. You don't have to pay to use them, so you can just go in and use them. It's a kind of like public domain, but not quite. So I've already typed in inspiration woman. I like this image right here, so I'm going to grab that. So you just click on it, click download. You can go with the default setting, or you can go a little bit higher resolution if you're worried about pixelation. I'm just going to go download and then come over here. And then on the left-hand column, I'm going to click on uploads, click upload file, the purple button, and it's going to grab that latest thing that I just added to my downloads. And there it is. So now I am going to, let's see what happens if I just drag this over and put it into that. Ah, okay, I see what it's doing now. It's blurring this image, but you can customize this image. Okay, so what I'm going to do here actually is I'm going to reverse these two because I like this as a background accent. And I want to put this lady right here as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into position at the top menu. Just click on position, and you can see, you can have it arrange. You can go front to back, blah, blah, blah. So you click on something, any one of these, and you can move it front to back, or you can go into layers. I like to go into layers just because you have a little bit more control and you can see all of the different elements stacked on top of each other. Okay, so what Canva likes to do a lot is if you have a graphic that extends to the edges of your box here, whatever shape whatever dimensions you're using, it likes to attach it to the background. So all you have to do is just click over here on the three dots and click detach image from background. Boom, and it shrinks it down. So now I'm going to take the blurry image, I'm going to put that in the back. So I'm going to just extend that out. Oops. There we go. So now that's in the background. And now you may notice that the woman, the jumping woman, is now in the forefront and it's covering up my text. So now I just have to go into position again and move her down. So now she's behind everything. Okay. So now it's a little bit hard to see my quote. So I'm going to go ahead and add another color layer to the background just to kind of separate the text from the graphic. So I'm going to go into elements on the left-hand side. You see elements is the second one down. And I'm going to go blue. I'm just going to search. You can do whatever search terms you want. I'm going to search. Oops, I just deleted my, there we go. So I'm going to go blue gradient. Just go see all, and then you can find one that you like. I like that one. I'm going to fill the screen with that. And now you see that it has covered up all of the other layers behind it. But what I'm going to do is I have that layer selected, that item selected, and come up here to the square that's kind of turning into pixels, fading into pixels. That's the transparency button. And then I'm just going to lower the opacity of that graphic until you can see the images behind it. Let's see. You can just play around with these for a little bit until you get something that you like. I'm gonna maybe make this a little bit more vivid. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's actually a video too, and you can turn this into a video very easily. And I'll share with you how to do that as well. So, so now that separates it from the background a little bit, but I want to do it a little bit more. So I'm going to select the box of text just by clicking on it. Go to Effects in the top menu. I'm going to go Lift. I'm going to bring that all the way up. And that kind of creates like a little tiny bit of a shadow around the edges of the text so that it pops it out a little bit more. I'm going to do that with the bottom text as well. You can do any of these things. You can do outline, neon, splice, follow, glitch. There's lots of different, you could use shadow. If you go into shadow and click on that, you can actually change the color of the drop shadow. But I'm going to go ahead and just go back to lift for now. I'm going to bring that all the way up. Okay. And it looks like that might be on top of that. So I'm going to go into, I'm going to click on that, go back into position, say, okay, now I'm going to drop that down a little bit more. So now all of my text elements are on top of the graphic layers. So now they're not going to be washed out from the other graphic. Okay. So there's my post, my graphic for my post. So I'm going to copy that again. And now I'm going to go into ChatGPT. Now it's called ChatGPT and you can find it just by searching ChatGPT. But if you ever get confused about, is it ChatGTP, ChatGPT, like, you don't have to remember that. All you have to do is go to chat.openai.com. So that'll also take you there. So now I'm going to go in, click on new chat, go down here to the little prompt box. And then I'm going to say, write a social media post about the following quote. I'm just going to do that and see what it comes up. This is actually pretty good. These words resonate deep within us, reminding us that our journey is a dynamic dance between triumphs and setbacks. Success isn't a destination, but a continuous pursuit. And failure is but a stepping stone, not a roadblock. Let's celebrate our victories, big or small, but let's also remember that challenges don't define us. It's the unwavering courage to persevere that shapes our character and propels us forward. So whether you're riding the wave of success or navigating through a rough patch, take a moment to acknowledge the courage within you. You're stronger than you think, and your journey is a testament to your resilience. Keep going, keep growing, and remember that success is a journey, not a destination. And even came up with some hashtags. So that's actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just copy that. And now I am going to go over to Facebook. So here I am on my personal page. I'm going to go in and just create a new post and Control V to paste that in there. I'm going to like to separate the hashtags, and then I'm going to go delete this, delete that. Okay. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to select this, copy that, and now I'm going to go into yaytext.com. And I'm going to take my quote, paste it into this box. And now it's going to create different font styles for that quote. So it sticks out a little bit more than the regular text, okay? And there's italics, there's bold. You scroll down a little bit more, there's even these fancier ones. This one's kind of cool here. Let's see. Cursive, bubble. I kind of like this one here. Let's go with that. I'm going to copy that. Just click on copy. Come back over to my post. And I'm going to paste that in place. Now, that Winston Churchill quote it stands out among the regular text. Okay. So now I'm going to go click on the little green button. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. I have to go over here to Canva. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here for a second and grab one of my I'm going to go over to one of my other posts so it has my logo. Grab that. Come back over here. Ooh, that's really tiny. So I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to put that in the lower corner. So now my logo is there. So this is kind of branding my post. So it's not just generic. It's specific to me and my branding and my business. So for that matter, you can even put like a URL down here that you want people to go to, like your website or your Facebook page or whatever. Okay. So let's see. What can I put on here? I'm going to go ahead and put my free downloadable ebook. I'm going to go to the link for that. And I am going to go over here to the left-hand side and click text. And just add one of these little ones here. And then, whoops, it's Canva's silly. You have to actually delete it and then paste it back in for it to work right. So I'm going to delete the HTTPS because that's kind of superfluous. Delete the hashtag. I'm going to make these all caps. So go up to the top menu, click on uppercase, and you see the A, little a, big A right there. That's turns it into uppercase. And then you can just grab that and move it around. Make that a little bit less aggressive, I think. So highlight it, unbold it, maybe shrink it down a little bit by just grabbing the corner, shrinking it down like that. Oops. And now I can't grab the edge of it. There we go. Okay, so there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe make Winston Churchill slightly bigger. So you can also make the text bigger by going up to the top. Once you've selected your text box, and just go plus or minus on the number. So it's now 21 point, 22 point. You don't want to get too small with your text, because one of the key things that you should always look out for when you're creating your own graphics and your own posts is making sure that your text is legible. You don't want to have a font that's too scripty and weird to read. You also don't want it to be too small. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up a little bit, and kind of want my URL to be slightly less pronounced. So I'm going to bring that back down. Okay, so now they're more aligned with each other. Okay, I'm going to put that over there. You can fuss around with it. You can either grab it and move it around, or you can use your up and down keys. Once you have it selected, you can move your up and down keys to kind of adjust it, move it over, like nudge it over one point at a time. So it's just lined up. Okay, so there we go. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and share in the upper right corner and then download. I'm going to click on JPEG. Sometimes it likes to default to PNG. If there is a moving graphic on there, like the background here, it automatically defaults to MP4. So be careful what format you're using. And just so you know, you can't post a PNG on Instagram. Instagram does not like that. So I like to make it a JPEG that's a little bit more universal to use everywhere without any issues. If you do have anything with a transparency, not what I'm doing here, because the layers, you know, they all, the background layer is completely opaque. But if you have like a logo that's cut out, so there's no white background behind it, then you would use a PNG. Okay, so I don't want to download all of them, so I'm going to go over here to all pages, unclick that, and click on current page. And then I'm going to go done, and then click on download, and it's going to start that down. Okay, but I said I was going to show you how to turn this into a video, so I'm going to do that as well. So here's something really fun. So you can select all of the elements and then go to animate. It's one of the buttons in the top menu. Click animate, and then you can do individual element animations where all of them will basically do the same thing. Or you can click over here to page animations in the upper left corner, and then it'll kind of combine different elements so that they kind of play with each other in an artistic way. So you can go simple, sleek. That's kind of cool. I like that. Fun, party, corporate, chill. And then you can go down to the basic animations. But I'm going to go with sleek. I like that. Like that. So then there's your movie. Now that it'll play, it'll play for the duration of this video, okay, which is 15 seconds. So you can even add sound effects to this, or you can add like a music background to it. So I'm going to go in and put celebration. Oops, I'm sorry. Click on elements first. And then I'm going to click on celebration. And then I'm going to go over here to the top. It's hidden, but you have to do the right arrow and then audio, celebration. Let's see here. Then you can just click the play button if you want to hear what it sounds like. So you can go through this and see what other things you can come up with. And now that I have all of those elements together, I'm going to go over here to share in the upper right corner again, download, and this time I'm going to download it as an MP4 video. Go down to all pages, unclick that, and select current page only. Done, download, and now I have a movie version of that as well. So you can use either of these or both of these, and now you have that graphic. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for the MP4 to download. Or actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Facebook. Copy all of that. And now I'm going to, I like to copy this because then I could post it across different platforms. So, okay, I like everything there. Select all, copy. I'm going to upload my image graphic. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. And then I'm going to click post. And now I'm going to go over to LinkedIn. And I'm going to click start a post. And then paste that in. And then click on upload. Let's see if my MP4 downloaded yet. It's still working. So I'm just going to use that for now. Click open. Next. And then make sure that it looks good. And then post. And now I am going to go to Instagram. Click on create. Let's check in on our download. Okay, it downloaded. Okay, so now I'm going to go and select from computer. This time I'm going to use my graphic. My MP4 though. Okay, there we go. That turned out pretty good. It's cool that you get to see a little preview there and then press next. And then you can change the cover. Since my cover is just white, I want to definitely change it to something else here. So you just scroll this over to try to change that to something that you like. And then press next. And then I'm going to paste in that same text from as before. You can see up here that the quote is fancy. All right, so now I'm just going to click share. And there we go. It might take a minute for the MP4 to upload. So just be patient with that. And always check your posts, make sure that they came out all right. And that's how you use those websites to create your own social media posts. I hope that you got some value out of this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.